It's a nice afternoon, and today I'm going to do the cigar flavor notes of this Liga Undercrown Connecticut shade. This is the cigar. As you can see, it has an upper band with a nice logo and a lower band with the word shade for Connecticut shade. So I'm going to remove the lower band and I'm going to light it. It's a nice afternoon. There's not a lot going on at the beach, but you can see that the color of the water is deep blue. There are a few clouds on the sky. It's sunny. There's a little bit of ocean breeze, and it's a perfect afternoon to enjoy a cigar. Now you can see that somebody started playing volleyball on the beach. You can see the ball in between the two cars. I'm in the first third of this Liga Undercrown Connecticut, and you can see that the burn is perfectly even. You can see that the ashes hold. The draw is perfect, and the flavor is really great. It has sweet and coffee, like many do state cigars that have a tendency to have sweet flavors and a little bit of coffee. This one has that too, plus cedar and creamy, so it's very nice. I'm halfway through the first third. You can see that I put little marks at the end of each third, so I'm halfway through this one. The ashes continue to hold, and the flavor just continues to be great. It is one of those cigars that puff after puff you just enjoy and have a good time, and it's absolutely delicious. So it's a great option, and I'm having a good time. You can see that the water is turning more silvery, and the clouds are starting to turn pink, like it is typical here in the Atlantic. Other than that, there's still not a lot going on. Very peaceful and very quiet, but very relaxing to enjoy a cigar. I'm at the end of the first third, and you can see that the board remains to be very even. The ashes were holding, but I accidentally hit the cigar with my finger and the ashes fell, but they were holding. So it's a very good construction cigar. The flavor was very pleasant in this first third, so it's been a very good experience so far. I'm halfway through the second third of this Liga Undercrown Connecticut, and you can see that the ashes are holding, the burn remains very even. The flavor diminished a little bit, but that's normal in the second third of most cigars. You can see how the color of the water starts turning more silvery, and the sky starts turning more pinkish in this very peaceful afternoon. I'm halfway through the second third of the cigar, and you can see that the burn remains very even. The ashes are holding, and the flavor is still a little less than in the first third, but it is not unpleasant at all. The Liga Undercrown Connecticut is a very popular, very well-known cigar, which is the reason I had to review it for you guys. Now the sky started turning a little bit dark. It's almost 8 p.m. It is pretty much starting to be the end of the day. But right now you can still see the silvery water and it's very pleasant. I'm at the end of the second third of the cigar, and you can see that the burn is still relatively even and the ashes are holding. The flavor started getting a little bit stronger, so I'm going to do the cigar flavor notes now, and I'm going to remove the band soon. The name of the cigar is Liga Undercrown. The brand is Undercrown. The shape is Gran Toro. The size is 6 inches, 52 ring gauge. The occasion is my night smoke. The cost of the cigar is $11, give or take. The manufacturer is Drew Estate. Manufacturer location is Nicaragua. The wrapper origin is Ecuador, Connecticut. The wrapper type color is Colorado Claro. The binder origin is Sumatra, and the filler origin is Dominican Republic and Nicaragua. In terms of the flavor meter, the body, the flavor, and the strength of the cigar are very mild to mild, almost mild, but not entirely there. In terms of the flavor wheel, the flavors that I detected were woody, creamy, a lot of nutty, a lot of sweet, a lot of coffee, then spicy in the retrohale, and also herbal like grass. So it is a very, very pleasant flavor. I also found hints of vanilla. In terms of the ratings, the appearance of the cigar, I will give it a 10. As you can see, it had two very nice bands. In terms of the construction, you saw that the ash is whole, the burn is even, the draw is perfect, so I will give it a 10. In terms of the flavor, I had marked between 8 and 9 originally, but I think it's more like a 9. It's a very tasty flavor. In terms of the value for the money, I will give it a 9 because it is a very good experience and not very expensive. And the overall rating, I will give it between 8 and 9 because it's really a very good cigar. You can see now that the water is still silvery, but the sky is turning darker. It is almost the end of daylight, and they already turned the lights over here. So it's pretty much the end of the day, and it's going to be dark by the time I finish this cigar. I continue in the last third of this cigar, and the flavor got stronger. The burn remains very even. The wrapper broke a little bit when I removed the band, which I don't like, but I will continue to smoke it and report back in flavor and total smoking time. You can see that it is now almost dark. However, the water still looks blue and silvery, but the sky is darker now. This is probably the last daylight we're going to have today. I continue in the last third of this Liga Undercrown Connecticut shade, and you can see that the burn remains very even. The ashes continue to hold. The flavor got a lot stronger, as is common in these cigars. The coffee, the sweet, very nice. So I will continue smoking this last third. I have probably like a quarter of an inch left in this last third, and I'll report back with total smoking time. I have less than an inch left on this Liga Undercrown Connecticut. You can see that the burn remains even until the end. The ashes continue to hold. The flavor continues to be very pleasant, but it's getting very hot, so I cannot continue to smoke it. Total smoking time was 1 hour and 11 minutes, which for a Grand Toro is very reasonable, a relatively slow burning cigar, and I really recommend it.